All right, no matter what you think about the war going on in Gaza, we can all agree that it is heartbreaking to see the civilian casualties. And those who aren't following the conflict closely may wonder why it often seems like Israel is attacking places in Gaza where civilians have moved to. Well, Hamas has helped answer that question, having posted a video of themselves launching 2 long-range rockets toward Tel Aviv yesterday. Where were they fired from? Apparently a refugee camp in Gaza, near Rafah. In the video, originally released by Hamas on X, you see members of Hamas in plain clothing constructing the missiles, loading them up, and then launching them in the air toward Israel, specifically Tel Aviv. The caption stating, Al-Qassam Brigades bombard the city of Tel Aviv with 2 M90 missiles in response to the Zionist attacks against civilians and the deliberate displacement of our people. Now, thankfully, the missiles missed their targets, one falling in the sea and the second actually missing Israel altogether and falling inside Gaza. But it does again serve as a reminder that Hamas is embedding and hiding behind civilians as it attacks Israel, and that it's these same civilians that get hurt when Israel strikes back. Joining me now, Adam Boehler. He helped negotiate the Abraham Accords. He has extensive experience in the region, knows how terrorists think and operate. Thanks very much for coming on the show. Appreciate it. So why do you think Hamas so openly exposed themselves by posting this video on social media?
I think 2 reasons. One, first and foremost, they are a terrorist organization. So this is what they do. They're sometimes a little bit better at hiding it. And so what's the change? Well, the major change is the head of Hamas was just killed. And it was easier to run a better PR campaign from Qatar in a nice villa than it is if you're Sinwar, who is now head of Hamas, who is hiding in a tunnel in Gaza.
But the main argument that Israel constantly makes is they're firing at us from civilian areas. And Hamas constantly denies that, right? And they just claim, oh, this was just a refugee camp. They were targeting the refugee camp because there's civilians there. That is their strongest argument with the international community. And it just seems bizarre that they're willing to kind of give that up by admitting that this is what they're doing.
I think you're ascribing rational thought to a terrorist organization. Their job and Hamas's job is to eliminate Israel by any means necessary. And it's just a question of how much they cover that up or how open they are. So the individual that's left, the new leader of Hamas, is the one that planned and orchestrated the October attacks, right? So this guy's a really bad guy. If the other guy was a bad guy, this guy makes that guy look like a nice guy. And so that's what you're seeing here is he's hiding. He doesn't have as much control, and the true colors are just coming out.
But isn't that the concern, right? That you kill one guy and you get another potentially more radicalized guy in his place?
Always. It's why it's important that you eventually kill them all.
Yeah, well, but that's impossible, right? I mean, there is no such thing.
It may be
right?
impossible.
Yeah.
Look, I think, so I'm half joking, although I really support that. I mean, look, at the end of the day, it is true. I think you've got very high leadership of Hamas, and that will be the eventual outcome for all of them. And so I think it's just a question of when. I don't think the group is they're not more of a terrorist group than they were before they killed that guy. They're just less good at PR because they don't have the machine running in Qatar. So you're just seeing more of their true colors. But I think it's really important. I mean, sometimes this conflict is framed like, it's 2 nation states against each other, Israel versus Hamas. Hamas is not a counterparty. They're a terrorist organization. And so you can't look at them in the same way.
Yeah. All right, Adam Boehler, thank you very much for taking the time. Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.